I'll give $100 to any one of these channels who will post this video. I dare you.
And just start typing out ideas, because typing out ideas forces me to crystallize. And I don't think it's a single thing that you could point to, because any single thing you could point to and say it proves he's not guilty. But if you look at the continuum, again, the Rudy Giuliani going to federal court saying, "No, Honor, there is no fraud," and walking outside the court and claiming there was fraud. Of continuing to castigate state officials, most of whom were Republican, to overturn the results of their election, all the way up to taking that rally scheduled for after the presidential inauguration to the date of certification, advertising for people to come there, stirring up emotion, sending them to the Capitol, and then once we knew the Capitol was breached, not telling them to go home, rather still tweeting incendiary remarks. And making phone calls, this is key, making phone calls to try and stop the certification. Now we have a motive, and then that gives light to the method. Any one of those by itself would not convict. In a continuum, they absolutely do.
You've already been censured by our state Republican Party, but you've probably gotten a whole lot of messages, text messages, emails, and maybe run into people. Tell me what you're really hearing.
I am currently not even working, although I'm rectifying that. My goal, I'm going to find something in the next 30 days. But I feel so strongly about the censorship that's happening right now in the conservative community. Ironically, the ones who are talking about censorship, they themselves have been doing massive censorship. They censored the dozens and dozens of post-Capitol election stories, Capitol insurrection stories, or erection, depending on who you speak to. So dozens and dozens of stories keep coming out about who got arrested and different information that we find out about who was doing what in different groups and who these people were, completely censored by the conservative media. Now, forget about who's guilty, who did it, whether it was Antifa, whatever, irrelevant. Why would conservative media completely blacklist and censor the entire post-attack stories? They all posted on the 6th or the 7th, and then they moved on to talk about anything else. Then they jumped back in for AOC, right? They ignored all of these crazy stories that were coming out. They didn't even post videos to challenge them, right? The police officer memorial, no one wants to talk about that. How the police officers got killed, no one wants to talk about that. These are the same people who will post videos of Black Lives Matter surrounding cars. No one dies, but they surrounded a car and they're outraged, right? And they're welcome to be outraged. But if you will post a video simply because some people blocked a car on the road, no one got hurt, but you don't want to post a video about a mob attacking police officers? You don't want to post a video about how many officers were hospitalized after the attack? And again, dozens of stories. They didn't talk about them at all. Completely censored. I've been watching their channels, waiting for them to post a video. Oh, a fireman arrested. Lady steals Pelosi laptop, and supposedly she was planning to sell it. Completely censored. So, I see the game that's being played, and I'm willing to put $100 of my own money. Any conservative, any of these guys, Steven Crowder, Tim Pool, Blaze TV, Ben Shapiro, Dave Rubin, Newsmax, AONN, Crowder, if I didn't say Crowder already, I will pay any one of you guys $100 if you post about this, what I just showed on my channel. You got to post the full video, no cutting out everything and then talking all over it and spinning it however. Let the whole video play out. I know you're not going to just let that stand. Even if you let the whole video play out, you're going to afterwards, you're going to go and be like, oh, this guy, he's just trying to blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's, you're propagandists. That's how propagandists get down. You don't let your audience decide for themselves. You decide for them. You tell them what to think. So you don't show them the actual what's happening, right? What you do is you go and you look at something and you think about what's an angle that I can spin this to protect the swamp on the right. We got the swamp on the left, swamp on the right. Swamp on the left is protected by left-wing media. Swamp on the right protected by right-wing media. While both sides of the media accuse the other side of the media of doing exactly what they do. Now, if we are in a competition, right-wing media is far worse than left-wing media when it comes to propaganda. But it's not a competition. They're both in the wrong. They're both destroying this country. They're both dividing this country. And they have blood on their hands as well. Some of those riots from left-wing extremists, mainstream media on the left, have some responsibility to bear for stoking the flames. Right-wing media absolutely has blood on their hands for what happened at the Capitol. We can argue about how much level of responsibility they have, but they absolutely have some responsibility. They probably know this, which is probably a big reason why they are hiding from the Capitol attack, don't want to cover it, which is why they suppressed the entire impeachment trial. They weren't even willing to show their audience when the trial was going on. You go to left-wing channels, they're showing the whole thing, hardly talking. 1, 2, 3, multiple channels, allowing their audience to see the impeachment trial, and you can decide for yourself. You can watch on those left-wing channels as a conservative, and you can sit there and watch the trial and say, you know what, those Democrats, they're wrong. Trump did nothing wrong. You're open to do that. But they show you the material so you can decide for yourself. I'm not saying they give a little bit of commentary here and there that's supportive of the Democrats. But the point is, they show you the trial. Right-wing media did not show it at all. None of these channels, Crowder, Shapiro, Tim Pool, Blaze TV, they all blacked out the entire impeachment trial, protecting Donald Trump. Because the senators voted to acquit because of fear of their voters. If their voters don't want Trump to be convicted, they will not convict Trump. So if you hide the impeachment trial from the voters who aren't watching, I think Fox was the only main one that was showing it. If they aren't watching Fox News, if they're getting the news from these commentators, they don't get to see the trial to decide for themselves. So all they really know about the trial is what little things have been mentioned by right-wing media, which is, oh, it's all a joke and Democrats' revenge. Okay, fine, you can have that opinion, but why not show the trial so your audience can decide for themselves? Propaganda, left-wing media showed the full trial. Even CNN posted raw clips. I'll give $100 to any one of these channels who will post this video. I dare you. Post this full unedited video. I don't care about your commentary afterwards, but show the full video. If anyone posts this video in conservative media, please come back to this video and comment and let me know. I'm not going to hold my breath. This is the Debate Me channel. Debate me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well.